In my ongoing series about things that I think we should talk about in Los Angeles, today I'm going to talk about one that isn't a policy, it isn't a law, and it's not a zoning restriction or development. It's our voice, specifically our city's voice, not even us as individuals, but our city's voice. You see, every time I open up a newspaper, I see a headline about Bill de Blasio because he's the mayor of America's largest city. I don't see headlines about our mayor unless they're bad, and even that's not that often. In fact, most of America doesn't read the LA Times, which is unfortunate because it's a local paper for a local market. And it's been that way for some time. We don't make headlines in LA. We don't make policy. We don't lead the way in this country. And yet we are the second largest city in America. We're one of the largest metropolises on the face of the planet. We're in a state that does set national innovation in air quality and transportation and all kinds of rules and regulations. So why isn't LA finding a voice? Well, the answer is simple. Our leadership doesn't use the power of the pulpit. Yes, our structure of leadership is dysfunctional. The mayor has to share power with an oligarchical city council, and they have to fight against the board of supervisors. And so there's a whole lot of who's in charge of what, of schools, of transportation. And aside from that, the thing is, the beauty about the power of the pulpit is it doesn't matter who's in charge. It doesn't matter who gets to set the policy, because the power of the pulpit isn't about the policy making. It's about the policy voice. It's about crafting that policy. You see, even if you're not in charge of something, if you have an opinion, you should speak up about it. And if you are the leader of this city of 4 million people, then you should speak up on their behalf, even when you don't have the power to change something. You should shine a light on the topics that matter most to us. If we use the power of the pulpit, you can use that focus to shine a light on what we all care about. Even when you don't control it, you can show up, for example, to party houses and hold a news conference. You can hold those people publicly accountable. For some reason, we decided to not address the actual cause of the spread in pandemic, which are large, substantial private gatherings, including party houses. And for all of the LA City Attorney's claims of shutting down one party house, there were 400 more behind that who they never touched. So headlines, yes. Effective, no. Our city government should be shining a light on the people who are behaving badly, even if they don't have the power to change that behavior, because public pressure changes behavior. Public pressure is important. Public pressure is the voice of the public, provided that it's actually their voice and not that of a minority of individuals just shouting loudly. That public pressure is the greatest power that our leaders have, and it's one they don't use because they're simply too busy cycling from one office to the next as they look to go from city council to mayor and from mayor to governor or senator. The answer is it doesn't matter what you want in the future. You still have a responsibility to the people of this city to focus more on their needs than on your own career, more on their wants than your own ambitions, political or otherwise. The power of the pulpit is the greatest power that the people of this city hand over to its leaders, one that our leaders haven't used since Rich Reardon left office almost 2 decades ago. The power of the pulpit is important. And all of the backroom dealing, all of the private policy making needs to go away. We need to open the doors of transparency on this city to its people so that they can become involved, and we need to lead a marching band through those doors. The days of secrecy need to end. The days of the power of the pulpit and public engagement need to begin. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in to The World According to Craig, where I believe that everyone has a story not only that could inspire us or that we want to hear, that we can learn from. And when we learn from each other, we do a lot better. So tune in every week. I know I'll be here.